Hello everyone and welcome back to Hiveswap Act 2. Last time we started our Ace Attorney trial and we had Tarona's witness testimony where she saw somebody put the pages or the book or whatever in the load gaper, but it was when they were passing through a tunnel, so she didn't actually get a clear look at the person. But then Stelsa whipped out this little recording device that has the Jades talking on it, so now we're gonna figure out what's going on there. Would everyone just calm down? We are calm. The only one pitching a fit here is Lanera, as usual. I'm not pitching a fit! I'm trying to help Branya keep everyone in order. Lanera, stop. Really? Because what it sounds like is you're kicking up a mob to get me cold. I should have known the second we were out of the cave. You'd try to get me thrown off the train, you backstabbing little bitch. I remember we overheard this when we walked in, I think. No one will have to throw anyone off any trains if you just... tell us where the book is. I don't have to say shit about shit. Daria, please, just tell us what happened to the book. If you say that you're innocent, I promise to believe you. But you have to say something. I'm not dignifying anything that comes out of that brown-noser's pathetic ignorance gash. Lanera's ignorance of gashes is, as always, what's caused this entire mess. But what is that supposed to mean? Lank, Daria, don't gang up on her. Why the fuck not? She's trying to get you to gang up on me. I didn't even want to come on this stupid field trip. Can't you see this as a set? There, now we've all heard it. You cut it off too early. There was more there, Stelsa. Branya herself, in her own words, suspected that Daria was the one who defiled the book. I think that's an oversimplification of a very complicated situation. What does Branya think? Well, that says it all. Huh. It does sound pretty clear-cut. But it's obvious that Branya was just trying to stop the argument at any cost. Totally, but that sort of free-form psychological analysis doesn't fly in court. Listen again. There will be a detail that stands out, I promise. Well, I think I know what to look for. Actually, I'm going to press everything, because that's the right way to do it. Wait! Why'd you tell Lanera to stop? She... Hi, Daria, I love you too. It's because she's got her nose permanently stuck up Branya's nook. I do not! Oh, Lanera. And she's a dreadful liar. That's not gonna serve you well off-planet, kid. That's fine. I'm never going off-planet. I plan to serve as a midwife to the Mother Grub, as is befitting a proper member of our caste. Lol, you know being a midwife isn't even fucking real. Yes, it is! Yeah, when's the last time you saw one, then? They're cloistered! We're not supposed to see them. Drown me. Is the defense going somewhere with this? Upon reflection, I guess not. Okay, now we're gonna press this one. Wait! Stop the tape! Yes? Branya, you actually think Daria did it, didn't you? Or don't you? I don't remember what that said. Congratulations, you have accurately gleaned from context where I was going with this. However, I fail to see how this observation serves your case if we're all in agreement that Daria did it. Why are we wasting our time on this ridiculous charade? Oh, is the trial over already? Damn, it was just getting interesting. No! Might want to think a bit harder before pressing a statement next time, kiddo. Yeah, thanks for that well-timed advice. No problem. Okay, we're gonna press this one then. Ugh, you're all awful to each other. Oh, hi, Wanchi. We've barely heard from you this whole time. It's because we're ever such close friends. Are you sure about that? That's just how friendship is sometimes. Is that how your best friend talks to you? Oh, well, this isn't about me. Aw, poor boy. But, you know, I even saw Lanera and Lank holding hands a little while ago. Really? I think there's something else here we're missing. Okay, so I have to present something then. What do we have to present? We've got the key, that's not gonna help. The itinerary. That might be why they were holding hands. The jades are paired up with each other. Probably not the pages, not the nail file. Probably not the drone. We already used the magazine. Nail polish, book. So I guess the itinerary, probably. Have these changed? No, I don't think so. Timeline. Yep, Torona sees somebody go into the washroom. Can you give me a hint, Tysius? Zephyros said he saw Lanera and like holding hands a little while ago, which is pretty wild. You should scope out your evidence and see what lines up with illicit hand-holding. Okay, well, what do I present it on? Oh, I guess Tysius wants me to present it here. Okay. Wait! Before continuing, I would like the court to examine Branya's itinerary for the trip. Oh, let's see it then. Objection! Your Honorable Tyranny, I don't see what relevance this line of inquiry has to a case. This feels suspiciously like stalling for time. What's wrong, Stells? I thought you liked a tight itinerary. Ooh, is that innuendo? Cece, no, don't air out our laundry like that in a public court. Keep your shirt on, babe. I meant it literally. Branya here was the one who established the initial timeline for the case. Don't you want to make sure she's dotted all the proverbial I's and slashed all the metaphorical T's? You know that I have a weakness for grammatic punctiliousness and, well, fastidiousness in general. Yeah, that's why I've carefully pressed hidden coffee rings into every notebook you own. Oh, you really know how to wrinkle my pressed collars. Love to see this kind of stuff. Please, you didn't even let me explain. If you look at the first item of the itinerary, you'll find reference to the term accountability. What's an accountability? Zephyros, I wish there was more of you talking, because you're my normal voice, and I'm doing all these voices for all these characters, and it's crazy. Well, that's when friends learn about being responsible together. Responsibility is a very... She makes us hold hands every time we go anywhere together. Oh, that's... humiliating? Yes, if I never have to feel Lanera's clammy, sweaty palm in mine again, it would be too soon. Hey! So you're saying that Lanera was your accountability buddy? Unfortunately. Which would make Wanshi Daria's. Oh yes, we always have so much fun together. No, we don't. Branya, I want to be absolutely clear on what everyone was and when. Can you tell us about your accountability buddy system in a little more detail? Well, I don't see how it could hurt. I assure you. Oh boy, she's getting into it now. Assignment of accountability buddies is standard practice. Our cloister does not currently experience the kind of problems that would cause me to be suspicious of my friends. There's no special reason behind it. Besides, as a way to keep track of special duties. Oh boy. And since you asked, I can confirm that the accountability buddy pair-ups on this trip were 1. Link and Lanera, 2. Wanshi and Daria. These were decided by Lanera and I ahead of time. Have I answered all your questions? To be honest, not really. Would you mind going over all that again? Oh, of course. It'd be my pleasure to waste as much of your time as possible. Okay, we're gonna press on everything. Wait, didn't you tell me earlier that you had a friend who was, cold? Well, yes, I suppose I did tell you that. I can't decide on a voice for Branya, I'm sorry, she keeps going up and down. You said it was because of this series, too. I told you that as well, yes. That was several sweeps ago, however. But in my testimony, I said that we do not currently experience any problems. That would give me cause to be suspicious of my friends. Okay, but don't you think that's kind of an important detail? If you insist. Okay, we're gonna press on this too. Would you describe the, incident that led to your friend getting cold? I'd rather not rehash my tragic backstory. Oh man, this story's a huge downer. Gosh, maybe you're right. No, that's okay, Branya. I'm sorry for bringing it up again. It was insensitive of me. Thank you. You're being too nice. Thanks. That wasn't a compliment, Joey. Okay, they changed this and I didn't realize it, so I'm gonna read this now. Okay, no, that's the same thing. Basically. That's what she just said, basically, so. Yep. What kind of special duties? By special duties, I mean completely normal responsibilities. Like 1. Handing out the snacks. 2. Taking care of the locker key. 3. Doing bed checks. 4. Keeping track of the luggage. 5. Leading the travel games and group sing-alongs. 6. Etc. You don't trust your friends to keep track of those things on their own? Of course I do. It's just that everything is more fun if you're doing it with a buddy, even the morning chores. I get the feeling a lot of your cloister don't agree with that. Lanera is so hopelessly in love. Since they're completely normal responsibilities, could you add them to your testimony? Certainly. There's no special reason behind it, besides the way to keep track of special duties. These responsibilities include getting out snacks, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, that's all the same thing. I'm going to press on that too, because why not? Wait, what kind of travel games and group sing-alongs? Well, just the old standards, I suppose. Like Drones and Defects, Guess the Subversive, Long Live the Empress. We sing old imperial hymns and eldritch sea chanties. You do. I mostly do my nails. Even Lanera spends most of her time listening to H2D these days. I like the production. This is starting to sound disconcertingly like holidays back home. And we're gonna press on this one too. Wait, is there any significance behind the pair-ups you chose? No. What do the rest of you have to say about that? Well... Objection! The rest of you are not currently on the stand. They've been interjecting the whole time and you haven't complained yet. Because it wasn't advantageous for her to complain until now. I'm impressed, Stills. You've got in you after all. Must I remind you that the job of an auditor is to investigate lapses of judgment and decorum within the deepest and most secretive bowels of the Empire. We are the ones who decide the fates of legislators who lose their way. We have to be at least twice as canny, if not half as brutal. I'll have to watch my back once we're off planet. Well, not if I watch it for you, sweetheart. Wow, was that an innuendo? I knew this trial would awaken things in you. LMAO, this quadrant vacillation is whack. I don't understand what any of that meant, but can we get back on track? There's no significance behind the accountability buddy pair-ups, and that is all I'll say on the matter. Okay, so we have to present something now. What do we have? Okay, they changed this to describe everything. So Branya was not in charge of anything, I've noticed. Huh. Well, you're looking awfully suspicious all of a sudden, Branya. But Tysius, tell me what to do, please. Sounds like there's an accountability buddy pair that had access to the lockers. Oh yeah, that's a good point too. Okay, well thank you for giving me the hint. That was actually helpful. So, present the locker key, I guess? Wait, did you say the accountability buddy pair-ups were responsible for taking care of the locker keys? Yes. Aha! What now? Torona said that she saw the thief stealing into the bathroom. It says here in your itinerary that the key was with Lanera and Link from 1515 to 1545, but Torona saw the thief make off with the book when the train was going under a tunnel at 1540. So? So it means that Daria had no way to get into the locker during the time frame that the book was stolen. Meaning that she must be innocent. Right? That's right, isn't it? Why isn't anyone saying anything? And I must vigorously reiterate, ha! Is that really the conclusion you've drawn from the evidence presented? With this rich tapestry of potential indiscretion laid bare before you? Yes? Incredible! Oh, Tysius, this is exhilarating. Why didn't you tell me? The pure jolt of adrenaline that one feels when seeing a wrinkle in someone's argument, preparing to, decisively, irrevocably, methodically iron it out. Stop drawing it out, Stells. You're making a mockery of the court. I'm not the one making a mockery of this sacred institution. Your so-called defense can't possibly be taking this seriously. Observe the condition in which the locker was discovered. Oh, the lock was broken? It looks like it was cut in half. And who do we know here that has a large cutting object? The thief used force to obtain their quarry. All you've done is prove your client's guilt. Ha ha ha, what clever rhetorical feint will you whisper in your protege's ear this time, Tysius? Wonderful question. What do you have to say for yourself, my trusty protege? Well, we don't know how the locker was broken into, so we can't prove anything definitively yet. Right? Wrong! We do in fact possess the means of burglary. Oh, the nail file? I mean, I know it's sharp, but is it sharp enough to cut through a lock? What do you have to say for your client now? Oh no, Joey. Maybe Daria did do it after all. No! We can't give up just like that. You know we just met like half an hour ago. No offense, but it's weird how invested you are in this. It's not right. Tough shit. Excuse me, everyone. Why are you fighting me when I'm trying to help you? But I'm just saying, this seems more like a personal problem than anything to do with me. So what if it is? I don't like this kangaroo court. I don't like seeing people get taken advantage of for the amusement of others. I'm going to blow this case open wide and prove the truth, no matter what. Would you say we're going to have a turnabout? An admirable goal, but how do you intend to do that when the issue is so cut and dry? Surely you don't happen to miraculously have an item in your possession that suggests another culprit. I might. Are we going for this? Because are we assuming that this belongs to Tagiri? Right? What about this? That was actually the right item. It was repaired with black nail polish, though, and we know that Lanera has black nail polish. Or at least it was found in her locker. We can't say for sure that's hers. Stop embarrassing yourself. That was wrong? Okay. What are you doing? I don't know, Tysius. I'm just trying everything. Okay. Can I just pick a suspect? No, I'm not allowed to. Tysius, help me. I wonder. Well, that was very helpful, Tysius. Thank you. I'm just gonna try everything then. Maybe this will change your mind. He's getting bored. I hope there isn't actually a limit. I already presented that. Okay, this time, I have it for sure. Please, can I? Your Honorable Tyranny, I think we're finished here. I think you might be right, buddy. Wait. A little disappointed, to be honest. I'd be better show than this. Don't. Daria, let's go. Oh, we're actually supposed to get wrong. Okay. And then Bronya's overcome by guilt, and she's gonna tell something. Wait! Attention, everyone! Before we do anything hasty that we might regret later, I have a few facts to point out. 1. The lock was vandalized using a sharp cutting implement. 2. Although this could have indeed been accomplished using the nail file found in Daria's locker, there are other items aboard this train car that could achieve such a similar effect. 3. For example, a bladed stripe specibus. Thank you, Branya. For some reason we weren't suspecting the teals at all. 4. There's someone sitting in the galley right now that currently in possession of such an item. 5. To not consider all possibilities at this juncture would be irresponsible. Therefore, 6. I suggest the defense call this new witness to the stand. You mean... Tagiri? Tagiri, this jade boy accuses you of committing the capital offense of vandalizing a sacred historical artifact, which also happens to be a piece of subversive contraband. Do you understand the gravity of this accusation? It is a double crime. What if I did do it? I don't think he actually did it. I think he broke into the locker for another reason. But because the lock was broken, somebody else was able to sneak in. What? Wild. What? Is this a confession? We're just talking hypotheticals here. See, the troll who committed this crime was both nimble with a blade and a true brain genius. And while I will not admit to anything that would incriminate me, based on these attributes, you are right to suspect me. Oh my god, are we really doing this? I must defend my honor. I wouldn't expect a lowblood to understand. We're the same blood caste, you absolute dumbass. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. Joey's not gonna rise to some weak bait like, just try me. Let the games begin. Let's engage in a thought experiment. Let's say I did it. Let's say we're having a deeply intellectual exchange of free speech, in which the possibility of my participation in such an act would not result in prosecution. In such a model, one might say that this crime could not have been accomplished with a third-rate specimen such as a nail file. The cut is too elegant to have been inflicted by a plebeian using a feminine grooming tool. If you are saying that this crime was indeed a feat of agility and intellect, then it must have been committed by the most cunning warrior poet on the train. In theory. Are you satisfied? The current witness is obviously trolling the court. Well, yeah, aren't we, all trolls here? We sure are. Anyway, something is still bugging me. Let's go over it again, from the top. If you insist. Okay. Press everything. But why? It is the duty of the philosopher to ask questions. No, I mean, why should we guarantee that you won't get prosecuted? Promising that you won't face consequences for what you say is kind of like giving you special privileges. I didn't realize this court was being run by a bunch of CJWs. Is that like social justice warriors? What's the C stand for? Are you seriously accusing me of high blood privilege? No, I'm accusing you of being a coward. That'll get him. I see that I underestimated you. But in order to defeat me in this theoretical paradigm, you must first prove that I had the motive and the means to compensate for your natural deficiencies. I will throw you a bone and admit that. In such a model, one might say this crime could not have been accomplished with a third-rate specimen such as a nail file. You already said this. In theory. Okay. Stop right there. You. Oh yeah, he has like the Sharingan in one eye. That's just like a contact though, isn't it? You dare to cut me off in the middle of a sentence? Yes, I dare. It's my right as a defensive legis. No, it is extremely rude. What? I hate to break it to you, kid, but interrupting witnesses is pretty rude. Let me get this straight. Lying, murder, blackmail, blatant contempt of court. Okay. Interrupting, definitely out of bounds? Yeah, what do you think we are? Complete monsters? Okay, press this one. Wait! Is that true? That's not possible for the lock to have been cut by a nail file? I don't understand. Isn't this testimony in your favor? He is asserting that your client could not have possibly committed the crime that she is accused of. Well, in that case, my line of inquiry benefits you, so why are you arguing? Well, that's because she loves to argue. I do not! She always picks a fight about how she doesn't want to pick fights. Are you trying to embarrass me in front of every stranger we meet on this trip? I wonder. The nail file is the best reinforced corundite slab on the market. It'd be quite sufficient to cut through one of the cheap locks we use. Blank, you're not helping. I'm not trying to. So it would be more accurate to say that it's your opinion that the lock could not have been cut by a third-rate blade like a nail file. You could say that. Your Honorable Tyranny, this tangent is a waste of everybody's time. Concurred, move it along. Okay. In my opinion... Wait, stop. Is this a confession? Not as such. It's a dialectical experiment. What does that even mean? It means that he is wasting the court's time. Objection, Your Honorable Tyranny, this entire digression is pointless. Back on track, girls. Okay. Tysius, help me. What do you have in your evidence pile that could prove this beta-tier nerd was lurking around the Jade Lockers? Oh, I have that, definitely. I've been trying to use this the whole time. Objection! Here, I want you to take a look at this. It's a 1/25th injection molded polystyrene model of the... Oh, geez, that's a big Roman number. I can't do that. Is that... Nope, I can't even read that. Model Imperial drone last active during the Rustblood zombie rebellion of the Black Age. But of course, everyone knows that. I didn't, not until you told me earlier. You never did explain what you were doing near the Jade Lockers, especially since you claim to hate Jade drama so much. Could it be that you were looking for something that belonged to you? Oh, he's beginning to sweat. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. Well, what are you waiting for? Swoop in for the kill. Of course, if it doesn't belong to you, you wouldn't mind if I tossed it out. Wait. Objection! Well, before you get rolling, let me save you from wasting your breath. Yes, it's very clever for you to manufacture an anti-alibi out of thin air. But you made one very serious logical error that I simply cannot overlook. Oh? Did you forget the basic conceit of this trial? Oh. I think I might have, actually. There's so much going on, it's getting a little hard to follow. But let me brief you on the case so far. We are not trying to ascertain who is lurking, we are trying to figure out who broke into Branya's locker. Even if Tagiri is the proprietor of this disgusting nerd object, how does that give him a motive? Sweet, obs from Auto Terror. I don't know if this sword boy is worth any of our time. Once again, we arrive at the only logical conclusion based on the evidence presented. Your client is G-U-I-L-T-Y. Great. No! Now, just a minute, Stells. Give us a chance to mount a rebuttal before gloating, would you? Is that customary under this hip new trial process? I've never known you to postpone gloating under any circumstances. Of course not, but we're running a lab of sorts here. What kind of experiment would it be if we didn't test all the variables, huh? You know just how sweet talk me. And how does His Honorable Tyranny feel about allowing the defense to mount a rebuttal? I'll allow it. Thanks, Marvis, you're great. One chance. Better pick carefully or it's game over, buddies. Let's take another look at the evidence and see if we can figure out why Tagiri was hanging around the Jade Lockers. Was it to get the nail polish? You said we have one chance, right? Oh, you're not gonna let me save here, are you? Not gonna let me save scum like I do in Ace Attorney all the time. Did you want the nail polish? Because you fixed it with the nail polish, or somebody fixed it with nail polish. Or are you a fan of warrior purr beasts? I mean, soldier purr beasts. But what have we not used yet? We haven't used the missing pages, or the nail polish, or the purr beasts book. Let's try the nail polish. Are you absolutely sure about that? Oh, don't do this to me. I'm gonna save right now. Yes. Yes, I'm sure. Well, what do you got for us, Joe? This! Oh, I fucked up. Interesting. A few years ago, I stepped on my brother's Tiger handheld and cracked the screen. There was no way I could glue it back together. But my babysitter showed me how you could use clear nail polish to seal cracks in delicate surfaces, while also preventing further damage. I mean, she didn't put it like that. She explained that nitrocellulose dissolved in butyl acetate would form a clear, flexible varnish over the LCD screen. You can seal hairline fractures without ruining the way something looks. Wait, did I actually get it right? Smart. Tagiri has done nothing but mock the Jades for their delicate behavior since this case started. So he must have known that one of them would have something like this in their locker. Compel an argument, Joe. What say the witness? I. We broke him. I cannot confirm or deny anything. What? Oh my god. What do you mean by that? Let me explain. While your supposition asserts that the culprit in this case would have to possess advanced reflexes, refined instincts, and intelligence within the top percentile, you have only provided the material motive. You have yet to present a cogent psychological reason to prove Miss Ursama's accusation. Is this something we really care about? Of course. You're deeply thirsty for a glimpse into my dark and tortured soul. Not really. It actually sounds like you have a pretty good idea of where you want this to go, so why don't you just tell us? As expected of a low IQ thin blood, no sense of drama or suspense. Why would I hand you the key to my defeat? In the immortal words of the famous philosopher Patera Benter. I'm trying to figure out if that name is a pun or not. I don't recognize it. Maybe I'm just stupid. Oh, Pat Benatar. Hit me with your best shot. Well, I kind of blanked on what we were talking about. Whoops. Tisius? This moron wants you to prove why he'd want to steal the book. Because the missing pages? Or maybe he wants this book. I don't think he actually stole it. We haven't used Soldier Purbeast at all. I'm gonna try it. You call that your best? Big no on that one. Okay, so let's try the missing pages. Sometimes, the most obvious answer is the best answer. Tagiri must have heard about the Rainbow Emotion Saga somehow. Perhaps the saucy content contained within these missing pages tempted him to steal. Objection! I've unfortunately been by the side of this greasy man since the train departed and have not heard about this book until the altercation, so how could he possibly know about it beforehand? Ah, and I object to your objection, madame. Wasn't he telling us how he knew a lot about, like, forbidden stuff earlier? Of course I knew about the book. They were whispering about it long before you picked up on their unsubtle yelling. I have the razor-sharp instincts of a purbeast, the flexibility of a leaf on the wind. I heard it all. I've kept track of everything that happened on this train within my quick wits and sharp mind. In fact, I've been paying very close attention to the Jades this entire trip. Since they are the keepers of forbidden knowledge, I thought I could learn much from them. I have a keen interest in dark content on the fringes of society, including some specific content the Jades have in their possession. It's pretty clear that I didn't do it, but I'm not sure how to proceed. If we dismiss him now, Stelsa might just end the trial right there and declare Dari guilty. Then why not just let him dig his own grave? Because that wouldn't be right either. I don't want him getting convicted just because he's an idiot. We need to prove Dari innocent by finding the real culprit, not by throwing someone else under the bus. Interesting take. You're adding challenge variables to my theory of defensive legislation that I hadn't even considered. They're not challenge variables, we're here to find the truth, right? Sure. And the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes, exactly. Then find the whole truth. Should be easy, just prove that he never read Fresh Teeth. Right, let's take it from the top. Oh boy. We're gonna need to stop soon, because my throat's starting to hurt again. Oh yeah? Take this! Did you just throw a pin at my forehead? And it hit you! Ha! Huh. What was I supposed to do exactly? Catch it between my incisors like some sort of bark beast? Oh, sorry, I was trying to test your instincts. Objection, this is the stupidest thing I've seen yet. Fuck yeah, objection upheld. Drive this bench back onto the track, please. Vroom vroom. Okay, press. I don't know about that. You seem pretty standoffish. I don't think you cared about any of the Jades until they started yelling about some hardcore banned book. My stoic persona was a ruse, a distraction. A distraction, perhaps? My focus on their posse was hyper-concentrated. I've been playing 11th dimensional mental chess with them this whole train ride. Gee, sounds difficult. Okay. Objection! Are you implying you've always known about Fresh Teeth Book of 5 of the Rainbow Emotion Saga? Like maybe you didn't necessarily know the Jades had it, but you heard it before the train ride and you were interested in it? Of course. I've known this forbidden series since the day I registered for the dark web e-library site known as the Dank Text Fortress. It's extremely hard to register for that site, by the by. Max level, elite hackers only. Well, I think you should add that detail to your testimony, don't you? Lasai. Fine. Okay. What can you tell us about it, then? If you read the book, you'd know what was in it, right? Indubitably. Huh. Do you think we could trick him somehow? Oh, wow, getting a little underhanded, I see. I mean, all we have to do is prove he never read Fresh Teeth, right? So let's see if he responds to something that is clearly not from the Rainbow Drinker series. Okay, I know what we're doing now. I know what we're doing. We're finally using it. I kept trying to use it, but it wouldn't let me. But now we get to use it. In that case, can I read you a passage from this book? Go ahead and tell me if you recognize it. This is beneath me, but I'll do it for the dramatics. Okay, here we go. The sultry, joint-legged blonde beast meandered up to her brood leader, Gunstar, her hips swaying back and forth. Her chest was covered in the rainbow smears of her fresh kills, of which there were many. She dropped to her knees before him, her hands clasped in prayer, begging for redemption. Purbeasts have hands? This is news to me. Oh, my star brood, how could you have abandoned me like this? I must have been taken on your nightly hunt, ejaculated the blonde. I must prove myself before the moon spirit, or my mate spirit's sword stain will be cold. Sound familiar? Of course it's familiar. Obviously this is a passage from the profane text in question. Objection! If you really knew about the Rainbow Emotion Saga, you would know the scene I just read was from a totally different novel. You've just been duped by Soldier Purbeast, Volume 16, Part 3, The Great Squeak Beast Hunt. Yeah, Soldier Purbeast is a totally different genre, too. I think he might be lying about knowing all this cool contraband stuff. Shut your grub chute, you quibbling normie bitch. Okay. I'm many things. I'm handsome, I'm hardcore, and I'm indescribably badass, but I am no liar. Alright, clap clap, good show, guys and gals. Glad this is all settled. Now can we agree to get this man off the stand? Did you not hear me? I am many things, but I am no liar. I didn't claim the passage of text was from the Rainbow Drinkers novel. I said it was from the profane text in question. That could have meant anything. I was telling the truth. Yes, yes, we all heard you. Now please leave before you make an even bigger fool of yourself. No, I refuse to leave. I did it. I stole the book from the locker. It was the coolest thing I've ever done, and I looked like an absolute fucking badass as I stalked through the shadows and sniped the forbidden novel. Like the Bishonen anti-hero I am. And I read it. Oh yes, I read it, because my heart is the size of a fucking planet. Both sides of it are in shadow. I am the dark side. I am the darkness. Yeah, he's lost it. Oh, jeez. LMAO. Alright, I think if we've had enough for the day, let's end this flarp session and... Are you listening to me? I said I did it. I'm guilty. Guilty. A fucking baller, my buddy. This be some juicy confesh. Fine, if you're so committed to getting cold, I may have to oblige you, but since I'm so nice, I'll give you one more chance to back out before calling the case. Why would I back out? Ugh, gosh, this trial's a total bust. Hold it. There's a crucial piece of evidence that's been overlooked. Oh, I'm sorry, I must have missed something. No, it's cool. It's just some insider info I have. Tagiri, would you hand me your sword? This blade is my life, my body, my soul. Yeah, just hand it over, or I petition his honorable tyranny to acquire it for me. I don't want to leave my side. Hand it over, Big Bud. She knows what's up. It's not gonna be able to cut anything, is it? Here. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I have before me the katana our witness claims to have used to steal the contraband item from Miss Ursama's locker. Now, pay close attention. I will draw the sword from its sheath and slice my hand off at the wrist. Surely if the blade were sharp enough to cut metal, it would be sharp enough to cut through bone. Even with my sad little bookworm muscles applying the force. Stop! Honeybee, what are you doing? Tizius know you need both hands so you can hold things. Oh, it's totally dull. Not even a paper cut. See, no matter how hard I slice myself with it, it fails to cut even the thinnest part of my wrist. Tagiri, this sword is nothing but a cheap knockoff. I think you got this at Troll Spencer's Gifts. No, there must be a mistake. Alright, somebody pull him off the stand before he has a fainting spell. You got it. Or is it you got it? Sorry. I don't know the inflection of the statements. Wait, but if Tagiri's sword didn't cut the lock, then what did? Like I said before, this foolish diversion, we've already identified the high-quality nail file found in Daria's locker. And that nail file is Daria's! Lol, tear her apart already! Now here's a gal who knows what's up. I'm calling on her to attest. Oh, wait! Before Lanera steps to the stand, I have something really important to say. I'm going to stop here. Oh, this is going to go on forever, isn't it? I'm not really complaining, though. I'm enjoying it. But we've spent a long time in this train car. So, I guess next time we'll hear what Wanchi has to say. So, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!